Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. In today's lesson, we'll be working on problems that combine sine and cosine rule together. In our last two videos, we've actually learned sine and cosine rule separately, but for today, we'll be solving problems that brings these two rules together. If you're joining us for the first time, I'll be dropping the link to the videos in the description box. Now let's start. We'll be starting with question number 1. So for we to solve for question number 1, we'll have to draw the triangle. After we must have drawn the triangle, we'll have to look at question number 1 and follow the instruction given there. It says solve, completing the triangle ABC. So since we are completing the triangle ABC, we'll have to label this A, B, and C. It says where B is equals to 12.5 centimeter, C is equal to 13.8 centimeter, and A is equals to 64 degrees. So for we to label these parameters, we have to label their size. So if this is capital letter A, the small letter A is opposite, which is this. Now if this is capital letter B, small letter b, which is opposite of angle B, and if this is capital letter C, small letter c is the opposite of angle C. Now let's substitute the parameters. It says B is equals to 12.5 centimeter. So small letter b is equals to 12.5 centimeter. And our C is equal to 13.8 centimeter. Then we'll have our angle A, which is 64 degrees. Now looking at this question, it says solve completing the triangle ABC. So when we talk about completing this triangle, we'll notice that we don't have angle C, we do not have angle B, and we do not have side A. So for we to complete this triangle, we're going to be using either the sine or the cosine rule. So this is where combining both rule comes in. So we're going to look at this question closely to know which rule we are actually using first. We call this cosine rule. It says when two sides and the angle included between these two is given. So if you look at this question, two sides and the angle included. So if we're looking for side A, the angle is angle A. It is actually given and we'll have two sides. So we can actually use the cosine rule here. So after discovering the rule to use, let's solve the question. It says using cosine rule to get A. So the formula will become A square is equal to B square plus C square minus 2BC cos A. Now A square is equal to, substituting the parameters given in the question, B is 12.5 square plus C is 13.8 square minus 2, B is 12.5, C is 13.8, then cos our A is 64 degrees. Now A square is equals to 12.5 square, we have 156.25 plus 13.8 square, we have 190.44 minus, when we multiply 2 times 12.5 times 13.8, we'll have 345 times cos 64. Cos 64 using the 4-figure table is 0.4384. Close the bracket. So A square is equals to 156.25 plus 190.44 is 346.69. Now we'll have minus 345 times 0.4384, which will give us minus 151.248. So A square is equals to, when we subtract 346.69 minus 151.248, we get 195.442. So to get the value of A, we have to square root both sides. Now, square root of A square equal to square root of 195.442. So we have square root cancel square. So the value for A is equal to the square root of 195.442 is equals to 13.98 centimeter. Now this is the value for small letter a. We can actually impute that in our triangle. 13.98 centimeter. So now we've gotten the side for A, we have to get angle C and B. So looking for angle C or B, we can use the sine rule here because angle A and side A is complete. So we can use any of the side to find angle C or B respectively. So now we're going to be using the sine rule to get for angle C first. So we have sine A over A equal to sine C all over C. So from the diagram, sine A is 64 degree all over small letter a, which we got now, is 13.98 equal to sine C all over small letter c is given as 13.8 from the question. So now for we to solve this, we'll cross multiply. So sine C times 13.98 gives us 13.98 sine C equal to sine 64 times 13.8 is 13.8 sine 64. So divide through by 13.98. 13.98. So when I cancel, we'll be left with sine C is equal to 13.8 times sine 64 from the four figure table is 0.8988 all over 13.98. So therefore sine C is equal to 13.8 times 0.8988 is 12.4034 all over 13.98. Sine C is equal to, when we divide this value, 0.8872. So for me to get the value of C, we have to look for the inverse of sine. So we have sine inverse of 0.8872. C is equals to the sine inverse of this value from the four figure table, or you can use your scientific calculator. It is 62.523. Approximately to one decimal place, this is 62.5. So now we've been able to get the value for C. We can actually impute that in our triangle. So C is 62.5. So now that we've gotten the value for C and we're given the value for A, so now we can look for value B. So for me to get the angle for B, we can actually use sum of angles in a triangle, because sum of angles in a triangle is 180 degree, and since we're given two sides, to get the third side, we can actually use the sum of angle in a triangle. So using sum of angle in a triangle to get B. So angle A plus angle B plus angle C will give us 180 degree. So A is 64 degree plus, we're looking for angle B, and we've got C now, which is 62.5 degree, all equal to 180 degree. 64 degree plus 62.5 degree will give us 126.5 plus B equal to 180 degree. So the value for B is equal to 180 minus 126.5. That is collecting like 10. So therefore, angle B is equal to 180 minus 126.5 is equal to 53.5 degree. So coming back to the triangle, we can actually label the part for angle B, which is 53.5. So we've been able to solve this triangle completely by getting the whole parameters that are missing. So we've been able to get side A, angle C, and angle B. So So that is all for question number 1. Now move to question number 2. So moving to question number 2, it says ACD is a triangle. So the first thing we're going to do is to draw the triangle A, C, and D. So question number 2, let's draw the triangle. So after we've drawn the triangle, we label it A, C, and D. Now let's move to the question again. It says B is a point on AC. B is a point on AC. So we have to denote that here. If this is A and C, B is a point here. So for we to get this point, we have to draw a straight line from D here. So B is a point on AC. A and B is equals to 8 centimeter. BC is equals to 6 centimeter. Angle BCD is equals to 48 degree, and angle BDC is equals to 50 degree. So we'll have to put these parameters into our triangle. So substituting the variables for each parameter here, from the question, AB is 8 centimeter, BC is 6 centimeter, angle BCD is 48 degree, and angle BDC is 50 degree. So this is all the parameters given. So after imputing the parameters for this triangle, if you look at triangle BDC closely, we notice we can actually get angle B. So using sum of angle in a triangle. So after adding 50 plus 48 and subtract it from 180 using sum of angle in a triangle, we'll get the value for B, which is 82 degree. Now the question says we should find length BD and length AD. So to solve for question number A, it says let's find the length BD. So for me to solve for BD, I would love us to bring out the triangle for the right part. So bringing out the right part of this triangle, this is what we'll get. Labeling it, we'll have B, C, and D. 50 degree, 82 degree, 48 degree, 6 centimeter. Now if you look at the side BD, it is opposite angle C, which is small letter c. So for me to solve this, I'm going to use the sine rule. Using sine rule to get C. So sine C over C is equal to sine D all over D. Now substituting the given parameters, sine C is 48 degree all over small letter c, which is what we're looking for, equal to sine D. D is 50 degree, and small letter d, which is opposite angle D, is 6 centimeter. So when we cross multiply, c times sine 50 will have c sine 50 equals to 6 times sine 48. So we divide through by sine 50 all over sine 50, cancel, c is equal to 6 times sine 48 using the four figure table is 0.7431 all over sine 50 is 0.7660. So therefore c is equal to 6 times 0.7431 is 4.4586 all over 0.7660. So dividing this value, 4.4586 divided by 0.7660 gives us 5.82. Thus, if C is equals to 5.82, we've been able to get the length BD, which is equals to 5.82 centimeter. We can decide to put that in the diagram. So here is 5.82, which is length BD. Now, after we've gotten the A part of the question, we'll move to the B part of the question, which says we should find the length AD. So B says find length AD. So moving to the triangle, I'm going to bring out the left part of this triangle. So now I've drawn the left part of the triangle. We label it A, B, D. Remember, we've gotten the value for BD, which is 5.82. And then coming to the triangle, let's look at this place, AC. We'll notice we already have 82 here. We can use angle in a straight line. Angle in a straight line is equals to 180. So 180 minus 82 will give us angle B, which is 98 degree. So we'll come back to the triangle and label angle B as 98 degree. So looking at the triangle, length AB is 8 centimeter. We impute it in our triangle, 8 centimeter. So looking at the triangle, we have two sides given and one angle. So the angle given is opposite the length we are looking for, which is length AD. We can actually label it small letter b. So if we are looking for the opposite of an angle and two sides are given, we are using the cosine rule. So using cosine rule to get AD. So since we are looking for small letter b, we'll use the cosine rule for small letter b. B square is equal to a square plus d square minus 2ad cos b. Substituting the parameters given, b square is equals to, for a we'll have 5.82 square plus for d we'll have 8 square minus 2a, which is 5.82, times d, which is 8, then cos b is 98 degree. So b square is equals to 5.82 square is 33.8724 plus 8 square, which is 64, minus 2 times 5.82 times 8 gives us 93.12, and then for cos 98 we'll have minus 0.1392. Close the bracket. So b square is equals to 33.8724 plus 64 gives us 97.8724. Now minus times minus. Minus times minus gives us plus. So when we multiply the value 93.12 times 0.1392 gives us 12.9623. B square is equals to, when we add this value together, we'll have 110.8347. So square root both sides, square root b square, then square root 110.8347. So square root cancels square. B is equal to, look for the square root of 110.8347. It is 10.5278. B is approximately, putting this in two decimal places, 10.53 centimeter. Remember the question says find length AD. So therefore, AD is equal to 10.53 centimeter. So we can try to put this in the triangle given. AD is 10.53 centimeter. So far we've been able to answer the question in this video. For question number 1, we've been able to solve completely and get the parameters missing in that triangle. And for question number 2, we've been able to find length BD and AD. So if you have any question concerning this topic of sine and cosine rule, you should drop it at the comment section. I will attend to them. And if you're joining us for the first time, the link to the video on sine and cosine rule, solving them separately, is in the description box. Thank you very much for joining us in today's class. See you in my next class. Bye.